Baking your sourdough loaf when you don't have a Dutch oven is quite easy. There will be a few things I'm sure that you already have in your kitchen that you can use as an alternative. I'm going to use a heavy based fry pan, mine is cast iron, and a large cake tin, which you'll see in a moment. It's just preheating in the oven. You can also use a pizza stone with a large cake tin as a dome. You can use a heavy based baking tray, a shallow saucepan, anything that is completely oven proof and can be heated to your highest oven temperature. A flimsy aluminium baking tray will suffice if it is all you have, but something that will hold some heat will be fantastic. Here we have our dough from yesterday that has been rising in the fridge, doing its second proof. Take it out of your container. Now it's a little bit firm because it's been in the fridge, so you're going to be able to handle it. We'll flip it over in a minute, but I just want to bring us back to yesterday when we put the dough into the container seam side up. Now any bubbles that have been forming in the loaf will have been gathering towards the top side, which is the ugly side because it's the seam side. So now we're going to flip it over. Just pop it on your hand, peel off the paper and gently place it back down. Don't worry that that is flat. It is going to magically transform in the oven. Now when this hits the oven, all of the bubbles are currently on the bottom and they are going to want to rise to the top because bubbles float, and that is going to help increase your oven spring. Grab some water, 2 tablespoons should be enough, and rub it over your loaf and make sure that it's nice and moist. The reason we do that, and the reason we cover it as well, whether it's a Dutch oven or faking the Dutch oven, it creates steam, and the steam helps the loaf also to rise. As you can imagine, once this surface forms a crust and it starts to dry out and get crunchy, your loaf can't rise anymore. So keeping it moist for part of the baking time helps your loaf to continue to grow. The steaming it and the moisture as well also makes the surface glossy, which adds to the professional artisan look of your loaf. Once you've wet your loaf, grab a little bit of flour and a sieve, or you could use any kind of sort of flour shaker if you want to get a little bit professional, but I just use a simple sieve. Dust your loaf all over. This helps it also look professional when it comes out of the oven because it will contrast to anything that you slash. Okay, grab your sharpest kitchen knife with a smooth edge and give it a quick, firm slash through in any pattern that your heart desires. Now I know it's really trendy at the moment to create leaf patterns and all sorts of different things on your loaf. If you want to have a go at that, that's fine. I'm keeping it simple with a cross. I am not very good at those other decorations. Now I'm just going to use my oven gloves and grab out my fry pan and cake tin from the oven, and I'll be straight back. So here we have my cast iron fry pan. It's been heating in the oven, and this cake tin. Wow, you can see how hot that is. Grab your loaf and place it in. You can hear it's already starting to steam, and then pop your cake tin over it like a lid and put this back in the oven. And we're going to let that cook now for 10 minutes at that high oven temperature. Then we'll remove the lid, we'll come back for that step as well, and turn the oven down for the rest of the baking time. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. I'm just going to grab this loaf out of the oven. Look at that. So now we're going to put it back in for another 30 to 35 minutes, and we're going to turn the oven down to 190. See you when we're all done. So here we are, all done. That took another 30 minutes. And how you can check that your loaf is ready is to knock it on the bottom, and it sounds hollow. There's your beautiful sourdough loaf, cooked in a heavy bottom fry pan with a cake tin, not a Dutch oven. Easy.